So on this first podcast series, we're going to talk about who I am. We're going to talk about the goal of this podcast. We're going to also talk about some of the things, for me, what fitness is. Is it fit for life or is it fit for a while? What I want to show you is, there's a huge difference. When you dedicate yourself to this fitness lifestyle, which is, it is a lifestyle, because you don't do this for 6 weeks and then get better and think you're going to get better and it's going to stick around forever. You eat like a pig, you're going to end up looking like a pig too after. That's just the reality of it. This is fit for life. When people lose weight, it's often frustrating for them because then they go into a sculpting stage where if you have weight to lose, that should be your number one priority first of all. So don't worry about if you want to have a six-pack. You have to go through the levels, and if you're not going through the levels, if you're not going to get there, and you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get just quit because you're not going to get the results you want. And all you have to do, all I tell my clients, is improving every single day, just a little bit every single day. That's fit for life. Okay, fit for a while is get ripped for 6 weeks and go super hard, and guess what happens after that? Then they stop doing that for a while. They stop kind of pushing that limit because they did their 6 weeks. They're done. They think they can just maintain that and no, you have to keep going. And I find fitness works best in seasons. So when I'm doing a season, it's a building season, okay? So even though I don't have abs, I like to use the metaphor, if it's snowing, I'm gonna go snowboarding, even though I don't like the snow. Even though I don't like the look of my stomach right now, what's happening is I'm building. So that's my goal. And when I'm off season, or there's no off season for me because it's fit for life, okay? When I'm in building season, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to eat more. I'm going to use that to my advantage, but I'm not going to stress myself if I don't have a six-pack. I'm not going to stress myself if I'm not looking as good as I usually do in pictures, because that's not my goal. I'm not even doing cardio at this point because my goal is to get bigger. And if I do cardio, that starts taking that from that. That takes from my muscle build. I want to pack on as much weight as possible. And I feel like some people do this. They tell me, they come here and they say, Tyler, I want you to drop, I want to gain a bunch of muscle, but I want to lose fat. Like, well, what do you want here? Like, especially for guys, do you want to gain muscle or do you want to lose fat? Because I guarantee you will be great at one of them. You will not be great at several things. I tried to run a supplement company, a marketing business, a training business, an online business. Guess what? My training business, what I'm great at motivating, speaking to people, guess what happens? It started lacking. It started lacking because I started focusing on all these little things that I was only good at. I wasn't passionate about it, and I think that people often mistake that. They want to get good at so many things because they look interesting and they see people on Instagram doing it, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with wanting to copy that, but copy it in the same for you. I can't ever do a podcast and try and do one of Hammer Fitness one, who I idolize as well. I have to have my own sort of fit for life. I have to have my own style and what I can bring to the world. And what I can bring to the world is I can make your day. I can make you feel better about yourself just by picking up your standard, focusing on being grateful, focusing on being improving, focusing not sitting there getting worse, where now, guess what's happening? If you focus on, you can sit there and get comfortable, and that's one thing with the COVID I don't like, people defending the fact that you should sit there and it might be stressful, but you're going to add more stress if you sit there. You're going to add more stress if you eat like a pig. You're going to add more stress to yourself if you're not improving, if you don't feel like you're getting better. So don't mistake that, because if you go in way more into a rut, you go into a hole, you're going to have to dig yourself out of that as soon as this is done. So that's not something you really want to do. For me, fitness is longevity. It's not about the six-pack, and I know I show that a lot, or the conditioning or whatever, but it's about feeling good. It's about me. I woke up at 4:30, 5 o'clock pretty much every day for 10 years, working my ass off, never taking a day off. Do you know how much life I get? That is a gift, baby. That is something to be grateful for. That, I get 2 to 3 hours to myself, where I have 4 kids. I'm separated dad, so I have to make sure my time counts. I have to make sure when I'm going to a workout, sometimes I only have 45 minutes, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the best out of that. I'm going to do what I can with what I got, with where I am, with how I'm going to achieve it. I don't worry about the how, I just do it. I just find a way. And I mean, if you guys have a resistance band, you can do a full program. It doesn't matter what program, you don't have to do my program, but don't just sit there. Don't just sit there and Netflix and TikTok and don't do anything productive for yourself. Entertain yourself, absolutely, but be productive. Build your health, build your immune system. This is an opportunity where you can actually build relationships with your kids too. You're home more than ever with them, probably for most of you, and we're sitting there and we're ignoring that fact too. A lot of us, I have to say, are doing good, and I feel very proud of Canada and how they've handled this situation as well. So I just want to give a shout out, obviously, to the Prime Minister. Putting, that's a lot of decisions, first off. And what is the right decision? What is the right decision? I think Canada's doing an amazing job, and recently we have flattened the curve more so in Kingston, which has been great, which has been super exciting. So if we do that now, what's going to happen is we're going to be able to enjoy summer, where when we want to actually go outside, that's what's going to happen. That's when it's going to be. That's going to be the time to do it. Okay? Some of the other things I want to go over on this podcast, we're going to we are going to have guests on this as well, so we do have some interviews, but I'm going to choose, in my life, I have met 5 to 10 amazing motivational people that have done amazing things, and we are going to get them online for you guys. We're going to do the best podcast, feel-good podcast that you'll want to tune in every single morning. We're going to do this 3 times a week. We're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is the introduction podcast, so I do appreciate you checking it out. Hopefully you do give me a subscribe. I will put my link down below. This is a brand new podcast for me, but I do feel this is what I was put on this earth. I want to speak to people. I want to give them that good energy, because energy is contagious, and energy is an amazing thing because it is a physical thing. Even though it's known as an intangible, it is a physical thing. If you have shitty energy, you're not going to get amazing results. It doesn't go. You need good energy, and if bad energy can make things like stress, disease, because that's what it costs. If you are stressful and you have disease, that's right, exactly. Then what's going to happen is it's the same thing. If I put good energy into the system, then guess what? I'm going to get good results for that. So don't forget that. Whatever energy you're putting out, ask yourself, am I good energy? Am I shitty energy? What kind of energy do I put in the room? And if you're somebody who has shitty energy and just can't admit it, that's okay too. But you have to find that out for yourself. You have to find that out where, you get a really good best friend and they'll tell you how shitty that energy is, because it's all about, you don't want somebody who's negative, complaining, whining. Sean, how are you? Yes, we do. You don't want somebody like that. You want somebody who is going to support you. And it's an amazing thing when you start fitness and you're getting excited and you're getting all your photos in and you're starting to get results and you show your friend or you show your family, you're not going to always get the response you want, because really it's not their goals. It's not their journey. They're more concerned on, hey, where's my place in this? If you're going up, you got to take me with you. And that sucks for a lot of people, because they have to drag people with them all the time as they're trying to progress, because that person's not letting them. And eventually, guess what? If that person doesn't join the party, they say see you later, because it's a drain. It's energy draining, and nobody wants that drain. It's like a ball and chain. You don't want that. You want to be around people that are going to push you, that are better than you, that support you, that know that you have maximum potential, that you're not wasting it, because we don't want to waste this time. We have a perfect opportunity to create and innovate absolutely new ideas and do new things with ourselves. We have more time ever to put into our body, which we need, because guess what? If you haven't noticed, this virus attacks one thing, and that's your body. And if you're, for some people are unlucky and definitely have some health issues, but why not protect yourself? Why not put that energy, into building yourself where, okay, I do feel protected. I feel like, what, if I got it, I would see you later. And I do say that, but I hope I don't get it, but I know that in my head, because I have that mentality. That is so much better than thinking, shit, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to die, and I'm going to die. And I keep talking about that. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to change. That's what's going to, make your body start to get shitty results. The people that you surround yourself with, okay, they're going to push you. And it's an amazing, like I said, it's not often, though, that friends and family will often even support support you because they don't understand. They don't know. I had once a client come up to me and be like, I really want to do a show, and I don't train. You want to do a show, I'm going to support you 100%. I train for lifestyle and for show. I love it all. But I had this client come in to me, okay, picture this, all right? We are in a bar, okay? They work in a bar, and she shows one of the bar regulars, 50 years old, 60-year-old, this picture of a girl at show, bikini, amazing physique. She won a show, bikini winner, and she asks the guy, and she says, hey, look at this girl. What do you think of this? I'm going to do one of those shows. And what's the first thing they say? What does everyone first say? It's so amazing. I don't like the tan. I don't like how you have to wear that. They don't even understand, but they say, I don't like that. That's too skinny, or whatever reasons. And why do they say that? And I know, why do they say that? They say that because they don't understand. They say that because they want to be, they don't understand, and they want to know what it feels like. They would love to be in your place to say, hey, you have the courage to do that. You have the courage to step up and to want to excel and to put yourself into the unknown and uncomfortable. You want to do that, and now guess what? Now you're getting nitpicked from these people that, first off, you're asking a guy in a bar who's drinking currently, what do they know about shows? And that's often what can deter you from your goal, with letting people decide, you know what, maybe it's not a good idea, and throwing that doubtful, and doubtful thinking equals doubtful results. That's why it's such a dangerous thing when you have that mindset where you're feeling doubtful. You're not feeling like you're progressing enough or fast enough, because you know what? It doesn't really matter how fast, but if you continue to keep going and know that, guess what? You know how I'm going to work out? Forever. That's how long it takes. It doesn't take 6 weeks. It doesn't take 6 years. There's always another level. It doesn't matter if I have 42 abs, I'm going to want 43 abs as soon as I get to that 42nd. So, remember, once you get to that level, you're going to want another bit. You're going to want another bit. If I give you $2 million and offer you another $2 million, you're going to want that too. $2 million won't be enough. So that's important to remember, because lifelong, okay, like confidence, energy, and tangible benefits like energy, confidence, self-love, these are the important things that you should be paying for, because when you put your money into building yourself, that is the first thing that you should put your money in, okay? That way you can bring yourself to a whole new standard. And when you bring yourself to a whole new standard, guess what happens? You bring yourself to a whole new financial level, and a new standard, and a new level of people that you won't hang out with, because you won't waste time with time wasters, because that's what they do. They waste your time, and they suck energy, and they complain, and they whine, and they give you excuses or reasons, whatever. They're the same thing. Just so you know, at the end of the day, the results all that matter. If I don't show people results in my program, it doesn't matter how cute or happy and smiley and funny I am, they're not going to come back, because results matter. And I mean, make your results count. We're here. We have this one shot in this world to actually make a difference. Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a gift, but not everybody is able to jump for it. Not everybody wants to jump for it, because guess what? That means you have more responsibility. That means you have to keep up that standard. And when people get to the top, that's one thing I've noticed as a business owner, which I believe to be at the top in my industry in the Kingston area, is keeping the top. People can get there, but continuously getting better and wanting to get better and adjusting to change. And I've had to change my business 4 or 5 different times, and especially right now with the virus going now, that's dangerous. I've had to change all online. I was making a good chunk of my money, which supports my kids, my mortgages, blah, 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 because everyone has issues. And guess what? Now I have to redo my business. This is why I'm doing this podcast. But this gives me an amazing sense of, okay, this is fresh. This is new. This gives me an opportunity to grow even bigger and better and do more with it and do more with my life and affect more people and motivate more people and do this more often, so that way we can bring more joy to the world. We can bring more positivity. We can bring more love. We can bring more of everything, because life is too short. You're not guaranteed tomorrow we're not going to be here. So we don't know if we are going to be here tomorrow. So today, instead of waiting today, okay, to do what you were going to do and might do tomorrow because you don't feel like it, or just do a little something, clean your bathroom. Guess what that's going to do? That's going to build momentum, and that's the way you start to build momentum. Start cleaning a room, and then you end up cleaning your house. It's the same thing when you wake up in the morning. If you can wake up and first off, you need a goal, and we're going to talk about goals. You need a goal with a timeline. If you don't, you're just going to keep working, and then you're going to give up because you don't really have that time, that accountability. And accountability is something that the most underrated thing that people should that need to pay for. Because once you put money down, you hate losing money, and nobody likes losing money. That's why I don't go to the casino. Every time I lose $20, I'm out of there. That's it for me. That accountability pays for itself because you work harder, you do more, you actually fulfill the program's needs. And that's an amazing thing when you can do that. If you're going through the program because you have a coach, because you have to send pictures, that's why you do it. Pressure is a good thing. Pressure creates diamonds. Pressure will make you to the next level. It's the only way to go to the next level, because if you're not stepping outside that comfort zone, you're not going to grow. You're going to stay in your box. You're going to stay in your little comfortable box. And there's nothing wrong with that if you want average things. But don't expect a 1% life of the things that you want to do, the money you want to make, if you're not doing the right plan. Okay? Your plans have to meet your actual actions. Okay? It doesn't matter if your goals are this. If your action doesn't meet it, it's never going to get there. And that's okay, because that's tough. That's a tough thing to maintain. But that's why I, enforce the process of getting so fit and taking care of yourself every single day, because the issues and the pressure of life itself is going to push you down. So you got to be strong enough to handle it. You got to get strong physically, and you got to be mentally fit. And that's another big start. If you start a process like this and you don't have a timeline, okay, and you find you have your timeline, you got your stuff set, but are you mentally ready? Do you ever ask yourself, are you mentally ready to handle this? Are you ready to mentally put the effort in that's necessary to get the goals you want, to really achieve that next level, to make that change, to not cheat on your diet, not sneak things like little treats here and there, to dedicate yourself, to dedicate you to you so you can take you to the next level. This is not for me, this is for you. This is for you to go to the next level. And if you want to do that, you got to be strong. You got to put time in yourself, and it starts with working out. I don't care what anyone says, you got to start, you got to be in shape. And if you're not in shape and your health's not good, that's number one. Because if you had the coronavirus, you're not thinking about your mortgage payments. What you're thinking about is, shit, I just want to breathe. I want to be able to breathe, okay? Health is number one. That's why it's so crucial, especially sitting into that house, getting that isolation, where you're going depressed, where you feel stale, you feel bored, you feel unmotivated, you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel like you're progressing. Take that away and put that mind switch to getting better. Take that mind switch to getting better all the time, but not jumping ahead, okay? Jumping ahead. That's like, okay, for the steroid users, there's nothing wrong, do your thing, but I'm a natural, I believe in natural. They jump ahead, okay? So because they do steroids, I haven't done steroids, they're getting faster results, faster muscle definition. They're getting bigger muscles faster. But with every action comes a reaction. And with that, okay, you have your action of taking the steroid, getting faster results, but it's almost like you're putting your life in a DVD or a VCR and pressing play and fast forwarding it. So because you've jumped, here's your action, reaction, here's the reaction is your veins now have exploded, and they look like worms off your head, and they look like more snakes than worms, or you'll get massive stretch marks way faster because you're growing faster. So see how that works? With every action comes a reaction, okay? So don't think that because that person's getting way faster results that they're not going to pay for it long term. And that's what I'm about. I've always worked out for almost 20 years of my life. I've never stopped. This is what I have. I'm a natural. I've done 20 fitness shows in my life. Men's bodybuilding to physique. That doesn't make me good. That just means I have experience. That means I've worked with tons of bodies. I've trained, I believe, the world record holder of 26 sessions in one day. I don't believe any trainer in the world world has done that. So if any trainer has, or if you've heard of any trainer that has, I would like to know. But I would like to set the world record and do 30 sessions in one day, because I am a beast, I am a monster. And if you want to be a part of that, get yourself in the next May online program as well, because then you get a closer chance to work with me and with my programs. I want to talk about some of the programs I see, like on the apps and on do this home workout with a broom or whatever, okay? Because it's great that you want to actually do that, but that's not a program. That's a few workouts and temporary to get by for the day. That's not going to fulfill you. That's going to give you a short-term benefit. And if, like, I looked at an app the other day, and it was do 10 push-ups today, do 12 push-ups, then 15 push-ups, and then 5 other exercises of the same muscle groups. What are you doing? Don't ever do that. Why would you destroy? No muscle should be used, worked out every single day. You're going to just exhaust it. You're going to overtrain. Like, don't do that to yourself. If you want a certain shape, okay, here's a perfect example. If you think that, oh, well, I like to run, okay? I love running, okay? So, and I just want to run 6 days a week. Well, then you're going to look like a runner. Are you trying to look like a marathon runner? Well, no. I want to look like this girl from Women's Health. Well, then why would you do that plan? Why would you not want to do that? Don't think running bad, okay? Nothing against the running, okay? A little bit against the running, okay? I admit. But I mean, it's the posture. It's the injuries I've seen from it. It's the posture. It's the knee issues. It's the lower back. It's the flat chest, flat bum. Like, if your goal is a big bum, then why would we do that plan? Don't just do plans to get in shape. Don't just get in shape. That drives me crazy, just to get in shape. Pick your shape and then pick the plan adjusted to that shape. If you like that shape, okay? If you like that shape, okay, then that's what you need to do. Okay? That's what you need. That's the plan that you need to find. That is the plan that matches your goals so that you actually end up with that plan. All right? Gonna take a quick pause here. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the podcast. Lots to talk about. We're gonna talk about goal setting and some more life muscles next. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a great day.